9/11 families are furious that you are here in the Oval Office. Why should Americans trust you? And the same to you, Mr. President.
Now, who are you with?
I'm with ABC News, sir.
You're with who?
ABC News, sir.
Fake news. ABC fake news. One of the worst in the business. But I'll answer your question. He's done a phenomenal job. You're mentioning somebody that was extremely controversial. A lot of people didn't like that gentleman that you're talking about. Whether you like him or didn't like him, things happen. But he knew nothing about it, and we can leave it at that.
About the journalists, it's really painful to hear, anyone that been losing his life for, no real purpose or not in a legal way, and it's been painful for us in Saudi Arabia. We've did all the right steps of investigation, etc., in Saudi Arabia, and we've improved our system to be sure that nothing happened like that, and it's painful and it's a huge mistake, and we are doing our best that this doesn't happen again.
That clip pretty much says everything. You just saw Donald J. Trump shutting down a basic question, whether his family should be doing business in Saudi Arabia while he's in the White House. Instead of answering, he attacks the reporter, calls ABC fake news, defends Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman on the murder of Jamal Khashoggi, interrupts questions about 9/11 families, and finally ends by calling the reporter a terrible person for asking about the Epstein files. What you just watched isn't just Trump being Trump. It shows a pattern. When the topic is accountability, business ties, human rights, or powerful allies, he shuts it down immediately. Okay, let's say Mohammed bin Salman didn't know about the murder of Jamal Khashoggi. But what about this person? Just a few days ago, President Trump welcomed Ahmed al-Sharaa to the White House, the first Syrian head of state ever to visit Washington since Syria's independence. This is the same Ahmed al-Sharaa who was once the commander of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, a militant group with roots in al-Qaeda. U.S. intelligence had previously designated him a global terrorist. The U.S. had sanctioned him for years. Many governments linked his movement to extremist violence. But now, under Trump, he has been officially removed from America's terrorist sanctions list and welcomed in the Oval Office as a diplomatic partner. And here's where it gets even more unbelievable. During their meeting, Trump praised al-Sharaa as a strong guy and said this visit was a chance for a new beginning. And there is one more shocking thing. Trump gifts Syrian President Ahmed al-Sharaa a bottle of perfume and asks how many wives. Watch this clip.
It's the best fragrance. Come here, Mike.
I have one here, sir.
Okay? So what we'll do is just take that, Joe, put it in, and then the other one is your wife. How many wives?
But online, people immediately pulled out the receipts. The old U.S. Embassy posts, still live, showing Ahmed al-Sharaa labeled as a wanted terrorist. The old $10 million bounty. The warnings issued by American agencies for years, all still there. Nothing deleted, nothing erased. Just ignored. This isn't a small policy shift. It's a reversal of everything American officials had said for a decade. And the strange part? When you look at this alongside another story we covered recently, it fits perfectly. Recently, we uploaded this video where we explained how Trump handles trade for own personal gain and his family wealth gain. First, he hits countries with massive tariffs. Then those countries come running with expensive gifts. And after receiving those gifts, Trump suddenly lowers the tariffs for them. We saw this with the Swiss business delegation. They visited Trump, gifted him a gold bar and a Rolex, and days later, the U.S. slashed tariffs on Swiss goods from 39% down to 15%. And when you put everything together, the clip you saw at the start, the protection of Saudi leadership, the attack on reporters, the sudden embrace of Ahmed al-Sharaa, the old terrorist warnings still posted online, and the tariff deals right after receiving luxury gifts, it all shows one clear pattern. A pattern where U.S. policy shifts not because of strategy, not because of intelligence reports, and not because of national security, but because of how someone treats Donald Trump. If they flatter him, if they praise him, if they offer gifts, if they play into his ego, the rules bend. Enemies turn into allies. Accusations disappear. Sanctions melt away. Even a man once tied to extremist networks gets a seat in the Oval Office. Meanwhile, the things that matter to ordinary Americans, transparency, ethics, national security, consistency, get pushed aside. And the people asking real questions, like journalists or 9/11 families, get shut down or insulted. And on that note, I'm making another video next, where I'll show exactly how Trump treats journalists, how the people who are supposed to be the pillars of accountability, the watchdogs of a democracy, are being mocked, pushed aside, called names, even compared to animals. If you want to see that breakdown, make sure you like this video and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and helps us keep bringing you these deep dives. But let's stay on today's story. Donald Trump isn't shaping foreign policy around America's long-term interests. He's shaping it around loyalty, personal relationships, and personal benefit. If someone treats him well, he defends them. If someone questions him, he attacks them. And if someone brings gifts, doors open, even if they were once on America's most wanted lists. So the real question now is, what happens when US foreign policy becomes a personal scoreboard? What happens when global alliances can be bought with praise or luxury gifts? And most importantly, who is he really working for? The American people or himself?